Bwindi Impenetrable Forest is well known for its mountain gorillas and less known for its diverse communities. From coffee makers to banana gin distillers and the famous Pygmy tribe, today we are going deep inside the rainforest to meet them all. David, nice to meet you. We already met, but David, nice to meet you.
I always call it an African gym
Yeah.
because you are turning the muscles up, the triceps. Maisha marefu.
Cheers. Oh, that's strong coffee.
That's so good.
Very strong.
This is one of those times that I drink coffee just because it's part of the culture, it's part of what we do today, but you won't catch me drink coffee on a normal day. That's gonna wake me up. Is it good coffee? Because I actually couldn't say.
Very good coffee.
We're gonna trust you. So we're gonna go with what Tracy said. She said it's a good coffee, and to be honest, Uganda is the largest exporter of coffee in all of Africa. So you know what? People around the world, they probably know better than me. I don't know coffee, but now something I know a little bit more about is gin, and we're going to see how they make banana gin, which I didn't even know existed. Also, I think that the rain is coming. So to take us around this afternoon, we have Brian, he's our guide right there, and we also have two rangers with us because the Bwindi Forest is filled with wildlife who are much bigger than us, so safety first. Apart from coffee, another thing that Uganda grows a lot of are bananas, and right now we are surrounded by banana trees. Well, the rain caught up to us, but on the plus side, we're learning how to make banana jam.
Thank you. So the banana gin, basically it comes in 3 stages. Your first stage is the banana juice, the second stage is the banana beer, and then the third stage goes on to banana gin. So we're actually going to try all 3 stages. This here is starting with the banana juice. That's good. Slightly. Almost like cider fermented, if that makes sense.
Tastes a little bit fermented, but it's very nice and sweet. That's really good.
Yeah.
And if you let it ferment more, then that's how it becomes the banana beer. Thank you.
Banana beer. Slightly more skeptical. Actually smells very good. I'm not gonna lie. Very sour, like very tangy, which I didn't expect because you're coming from the banana juice, which is extremely sweet. This is like complete opposite.
Oh yeah, very sour. Like not your typical like beer flavor, more like a, what's the type of beer that's really sour?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Here. Is that very strong? Very strong?
That's sweet. We're both not good with hard liquor, let's just say that.
Okay. It's much sweeter than normal gin.
Yeah.
It's not
I
bad.
didn't expect it to be that sweet, to be honest.
I thought I was gonna be like, and do a weird face, but no.
No,
It's fine.
it's actually pretty good.
You can say webale in our language.
Webele.
Webale.
Weatherly.
Thank you so much.
I'm trying.
How lucky are we? Just as we're leaving, the rain stopped. This is perfect. Otherwise, this is a really fun tour so far. Like, I mean, we're just moving through the forest from business to business.
Hello.
the villages, it's so funny, like all the kids are running on there like Muzungus, which means foreigner, but really means white men. So you just gotta love it. So we just made it to a Batwa village. The Batwa are actually the Pygmies. The Pygmies is just the English name that, you know, people have given them, but the real name is Batwa. And as soon as we arrived, they're like, come in the treehouse. So we're going up.
These are the clothes that we put on.
So what the elder was telling us basically is that the Pygmies have been living in this forest for 80,000 years. But sadly, right now, they're pretty much all extinct. But thankfully, to some NGOs, they're actually helping them to preserve their culture and to be able to, like, you know, show it to the world.
This fruit here is called karisa, and it is one of their favorite fruits to eat. Very good.
Very good. Has a very unique taste. It's super sour, but very, very delicious. So nice and welcoming, and they're like super happy to share their culture with us, and they told us to make sure that we share it with you guys. So basically, they are hunter-gatherers. They are not farmer whatsoever. They never grow anything. They just count on the forest to provide for them. And they're actually a nomadic tribe as well. So like the little villages that you see there, they live there for a while. And sometimes when there's a lack of food around them, then they move around, find more food, and then build a village in that area.
This was the trigger. So they would cover it to camouflage, not for anything to detect that there was something there. So whenever the animal would step on those logs, it pushes down to release the trigger, then the rope would tight. They're strong.
So this animal trap might look simple, but I'm telling you, the ingenuity that goes into it, you can tell that this is generation after generation of basically like bush engineers. Now they're showing us how they're making fire in the bush, and if you've never tried this technique, let me tell you, it is really, really hard. And these guys are masters, because I can barely get anything out of this. We can start to see smoke, and for the record, it's raining. I don't know how they can do that. Muévale. Such nice people.
Back in the rainforest.
Now let me answer the one question that most people are wondering about the Pygmy tribe. Well, why are they of short statures? And the reason is like for tens of thousands of years, they've been living deep inside the forest, and being a tall person in the forest with all the branches and everywhere that you have to like lean down and everything makes no sense. So because of that, they always stayed short. That's as simple as that. It's evolution.
So our last stop here is actually at the Bwindi Women's Community Center, where you can see all of the different shops and businesses that they are working with.
This women's center is super amazing for the community because they're teaching single mother and people with less means different skills so they can actually make a living and help out their family, help out the kids to go to school, make sure that there's always food on the table. And there's different way for tourists also to support them. Yes, you can buy like the different craft that they're making, which is super beautiful. Tracy and I will for sure get something, but you can actually stay here. You can go to the restaurant, and I think that's pretty much it. Pleasure. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So at this community center, they are supporting the women within the community. So women who do not have an education, this gives them a job to make some money to help support their family. So even while you're there, there's people making the baskets, which I really appreciate knowing that it's made right there. So I have a little thing I'm gonna pick up later on, I'll show you. And even they sell a lot of fabrics, so you can make clothing, dresses, whatever you want. And it's just nice that it goes directly back to the local women in the community.
The vibe is already playing.
Yeah, I can hear the music.
A little bit.
So our next stop is a local bar to taste a local beer. Every time I go to a new country, I love having a taste of the local beer. It's something I enjoy, so that's what we're gonna do right here. This is actually a place where a lot of the guides come when the clients are doing other things. Music is good, 50 cents, let's go. So Nyla is the local beer, but Ivan is actually drinking a Guinness from Ireland. Come on. It is good, but I didn't come all the way to Uganda to drink a beer from Dublin. Cheers, cheers. That's nice. I like it. Cheers.
You know Tracy stops
Dance
dancing if the camera comes out.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
And I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you for loving you.
Fun fact. These little community bars technically never closes. 24/7, there's somebody there in case you want a beer.
If there's customers, they'll be open.
Yeah, and apparently you can also knock on the door and they'll serve you a beer. And Ivan goes there quite often because when we came in, she was like, "Hi, Ivan." So I was like, "Oh, when the bartender knows your name, you know."
Means you're a customer.
Well, we are back at our accommodation after a fantastic day. If you want to see more about this place and more about what we did this morning, gorilla trekking, it was fantastic. Make sure to watch our previous video. And otherwise, a big thank you to Hungary Expedition for planning everything. I mean, they crushed it. We had such a good day. But now let us just focus a little bit about the community aspect.
Yeah. So like someone was saying in the community, which is so true, a lot of people come here for the trekking, but then kind of forget about the community that it's in.
Yeah.
So I think it was really special to be able to see what goes back to the community and what it has to offer. And especially the Women's Center too, I have to say. That was very eye-opening, the fact that they're giving jobs to people who help provide for their families.
And otherwise, I mean, like from the coffee to the gin, it was super interesting to see like the local businesses, like what else is happening around the gorilla trekking. So super cool. And we highly encourage you guys to also do some community activities to learn about them, to learn about their culture, their food, what they're doing for a living, what they're doing for the sustainability of this environment as well. And it's also good because these stores, a portion of the money actually goes back to the community as well. So highly suggest it.
Agreed.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go for supper and relax a little bit tonight. But until next time, see you guys
In the next one.